I'm joined by Fred Teng from New York. He's president of the America-China Public Affairs Institute. Fred, always glad to have you on the show. So, China formally joined the World Trade Organization in 2001, 16 years ago. How did that move change the global economy?
Well, I think that it's very obvious that China has grown a lot, but also working with the world, all of the world countries, that the world has grown. The reason China joined the World Organization, it want to really to facilitate its own growth, but also by abiding international rule and international arbitrations.
So looking across the horizon, what are China's goals for the global economy?
I think, sorry, my ear. I think China want to continue its own growth, which is a necessity, because even though it is the second largest economy in the world, its per capita is only 1/4 of that of the United States. I've been to Elaine. I've been to China 7 times this year. I've been talking to a lot of people, and there are a lot of exciting projects going on, including the One Belt One Road. And China's growth is basically help itself, but as well as helping its neighboring countries and other countries grow, because by having that growth, it will help China as well.
We know that the United States is currently examining China's intellectual property practices. How might changes and a more protectionist view, as we're seeing in the United States, in the global trading system impact China and the rest of the world?
Well, I think that the United States really should re-examine its IP policy. Some of the so-called intellectual property are quite old, and it's actually available in other countries other than United States, similar technologies, so that it's a competitive world. If the United States does not sell, which China is willing to pay for, such technology, other countries were willing to do so. And for us, it's quite unfair sometimes when everyone is looking at China and looking at its growth, saying, are you growing at 6%, 6.5%, 7%? But nobody's really looking at what is the United States, the largest economy in the world, is doing, nor the third largest economy, Japan, is doing. Nobody is looking at their rate of growth or put the burden or responsibility on their shoulders. I think that the China I've seen is more and more open. They're establishing more free trade zones to help defray tax, import tax, and so forth. I think as we grow, more countries will see China is really making a lot of changes, adjusting for itself.
All right, Fred Teng in New York, always great to see you. Thanks for joining us.